web browsing video. It's an unlocked GSM phone. The US version, actually, it's interesting. It has it's unlocked GSM. Works on AT&T or T-Mobile, but the 3G data is actually T-Mobile banding. So if you want to use this in the US and get your 3G data while you're mobile, AT&T is limited to Edge, but it'll work on T-Mobile. Also, of course, it has 802.11 B and G Wi-Fi. And so I'm connected now over Wi-Fi, and then obviously Bluetooth and all that stuff. Micro USB port, 3.5mm AV out jack on the top, etc., etc. So we'll watch a video here. We'll go to I don't know what any of these are. The most beautiful eyes ever. Sure. Let's look at that. And the browser is terrific, and it supports Flash within the browser. So it's not going to launch a separate YouTube app, but instead it's going to let me watch this video. And so I can watch the video inline here. I can even pop out to full screen mode. And it's just like a desktop YouTube experience. Plus, you know, the shininess of the screen. Anyway, so there you go. And you can use the rocker switch to zoom. And so it's actually zooming while it's playing the video back. Just kind of showing off the power of MIMO and the ARM processor. But if we really want to see, since we're watching some video, if we really want to see what this thing can do, let's kill some of these windows, and let's go to the media player. It's an 800 by 480 display. And a couple built-in video clips. We'll watch this one. It's got a little kickstand on the back, so you can actually set it up, put it down on the table. Get rid of the glare from the overhead light there. You can still see the reflection of the tripod legs. Sorry about that. I don't know if this is coming through or not, but the screen is very impressive. It looks really nice. And so then while this is going, let's go back and go back to the main menu. Get your weather widget. And so here on the home screen, you can actually swipe between multiple desktops, you know, sort of like Android style with your multiple home screens. And you can add little widgets. Some were pre-installed, you know, shortcuts to different websites and apps, my weather widget, the OV Store, Memo Select from Memo Software. Here's a little shortcut to my photo gallery. So then I can tap and I can get the desktop menu. So again, you know, nothing nothing telling me that that was going to happen. I learned it. So not super user friendly, but once you know it's there, you know, you can use it. And so here's where you can get rid of, you know, you can move around, you can arrange your desktop, you can add and remove widgets and applications. I can add something here, I can change themes, I'll add a contact, you know, all that different stuff. Manage my views, so I can activate, you know, they call them views, the home screens. So I can have 4 of them, or I can turn one off, or whatever. There you go. We'll go to the Conversations app. And so here's an IM that I had with Aaron. And the Conversations app and the way this all works, I found to be a little tiny bit wonky. Not quite as smooth as something like, say, Palm's WebOS synergy system or conversation system, because I'll have the Conversations app open, and then I'll get a new message that would go in one of these conversation threads, and then I'll get another notification window showing me that. And maybe there's a setting I'm missing, a way to turn that off, but kind of out of the box, that's what it was doing. It seemed like it was sort of defeating the purpose of the all-in-one conversations by, having it kind of pop up in multiple places. Perhaps a minor quibble, but again, something that I'd like to see them refine. Another thing is, yep, it's widescreen only. Most of the stuff on this device is widescreen only, which, it's the way the device is set up, and, your sliding keyboard is obviously oriented that way. But, again, a little nod to, refinement, user expectations, user friendliness, that kind of stuff that Nokia decided not to put in this device. Speaking of which, let's actually make a phone shortcut here. Oh, there it is. And so now the phone is actually in portrait mode, not landscape mode. So, just a little bit odd. But then one thing that's kind of cool about the phone is you've got your call type menu there. And so it actually has built-in support out of the box for voice over IP calling. So you can set up, these are all pre-configured to help you set up an OV call, a Skype call, a Google Talk call, a Jabber call, an SIP call, or you can just do regular cell phone calling. So where have you ever seen a major manufacturer cell phone that's set up out of the box to help you do multiple forms of non-cellular calling? Pretty cool. Anyway, like I said, it's a geek's playground. It may not be the phone. I would say it's not the phone, the smartphone for your first-time smartphone user. And, heavy phone users may get a little frustrated using the device. But if you really want, something a little bit different, or if you're into Linux and open source OS and you want to check out something that's not Android, or if you're a Nokia fan and you want to see what the future, might hold for them with the new MIMO platform, it's a very interesting device. It's very powerful. It's very smooth. Haven't experienced many, if any, lockups or crashes or anything like that. Much prefer this to Symbian S60 at this point. My personal preference. And it's made, it's a touchscreen device. It's a resistive touchscreen, but it's been working pretty well for me just using fingers. You can also use a stylus. There's a stylus built in. But, very powerful multimedia computer, sort of with, calling features thrown on top of it. So there you go. I would say, for geeks and hardcore enthusiasts, thumbs up. For everybody else, it's kind of a middle to thumbs down, but only because you're not going to want to go buy this phone and, use it every day, like I said, unless you're really into the whole idea of the MIMO platform. It's the Nokia N900. Thanks to the folks at Nokia for sending it our way to review. We may have much more on this particular device soon, and if not, certainly more on MIMO 5, MIMO 6 later on, the future of Nokia and Symbian and S60 and all that stuff over on PhoneDog.com. Till next time, my name's Noah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.